How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the... Welcome to Biomutant. Keep your head in the game. Muscles like steel. That's more like it. Got word you found the greatest glider of all, an ark, and it's all good to go. Can't imagine how that would feel, to zoom so fast. Funny that you found an ark when you don't need to go anywhere in it. The world's still going to be here. Proud of you for thinking about helping before escaping, either way. Wonders if there are any open seats left in that fancy ark glider of yours.
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open on the ark should you want to offer it as a gesture of appreciation.
Why? You don't need anyone else but yourself and me, of course, but I'm a part of you, so that doesn't count.
If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. The only one we'd want to get away quickly from here is darkness.
But you know you can't go on without me. Even if I'm bad company, I complete you.
I think we can finally agree on something. It is better to be alone than in bad company. But best of all is being good company yourself.
Feels thrilled to snag a seat in your ark. Can't wait to glide through the skies. Goop knows he's repeating himself, but can't help talking to you. Says you were a quiet kid and is happy to see you working toward progress. If you don't want to die when the world ends, go stop that monster. Didn't have much else to say, so no problem. Says he'll see you at the Ark. Just wants one last chance to say goodbye to the goo. Goop knows he's repeating himself, but can't help talking to you. Seems surprised you have to go. This region is known as the Knupstonies. You can't find a harder place in the world. Make sure you don't walk off a cliff while you're night blind. Now that's respectable. That place there's a real fixer-upper, not an entirely lost cause. Metal scrap, that's the good stuff. That's sure to be useful. That you need to swivel the globus's bearings to get the atlas mapper to work. They used to call this a thoroughfare. Look at all those old homes. Right where it cuts. Crack-a-doodle. You're amplified. Hey, a mount has no gears to grind. Wood scrap, the one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. Grit. Good hit. Growl it into a higher gear. Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first.
Puri kumbala muma. Pendrine se nama.
Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again.
Sana yote. Kamonu.
She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid.
Andro?
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark.
Minalagi mamuru. Sana yote.
But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going.
Andro? Taifaname numa?
Is sure they'll come back on their own once you stop forcing them. Hopefully not to haunt you, though. You've suffered enough already.
Kialdo male kanodo. Urasa durut.
Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be.
Ala. Taifaname numa? Do male tuk.
She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least.
Beri? Apli tonumuta.
She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still.
Kodotuku. Kanaurota. Apli tonumuta.
Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here.
Apli tonumuta. Kanyala no toro.
Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
Come toward the light.
Slow down. Why would you rush in?
When you see what you want, why wait?
Well, what about being careful?
Pah! Poppycock! Full speed ahead!
Tropalo. Ritsentende.
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones.
Monibasa. Brumble la marsamobu.
The choices can be overwhelming, but you have to choose, or you just stay where you are. And what kind of choice is that?
Beri? Pendrine se nama.
So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it.
Kala. Monibasa.
Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out.
Asana yotpa.
Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too.
Anaro lote. Minalagi mamuru.
They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them.
Arialoche nui mumera.
But let's not speak of that now.
Kanamunta. Inadabsunka. Asana yotpa.
She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow.
Dere? Andro? Kanamunta.
The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Masammal.
You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater.
Appli tonumuta.
She can't be sure. You'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Don't let yourself get fuzzily. Nice. Some bark wood scrap for you. You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Got it. Swing, parry, dodge. Hurt him. The night feels dangerous and exciting. The day is always brighter. damage. That crack is so satisfying. Shot through. A story has got to keep moving forward. Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned. She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down. The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down. She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time. It's easy to describe. A crossway is where roads meet in a knot and merge. This one is in Sector 7J, if you're familiar with Out-of-Date's map. Let's see. Wow. Those skulls aren't going to crack themselves. Super effective. Energy augmented. Crack that skull. Bullets everywhere. A smart foe would leave now. At least you can feed this ride grass. Always good to have some wood scrap like that on hand. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. Good for protecting your noggin. You wear those well. Pants would be the bare minimum. There are places up ahead far worse than this. You flick the switches in order to greenlight the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. That's a motored blind box dispenser. These auto markets were quite popular in the long gone for those who had coin left for fun. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned. She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got. The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha Majut. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's not so far away.
Minä lagi mamuru. Verena masalapu.
Seems to her they preferred the Mechamajuts over the living counterparts in the old world. Maybe the gnotes were near extinct?
Moni basa.
Noko is always willing to help.
Dropalu.
Hopes to see you again soon. Let's see. Hug the ground if you like. The mountains don't care. Peddler is eager for you to have a look at the wares. Sees you're eager to make a deal, but fair and square. A Smilo shopperia. Guess shopping here put a smile on your face. Wow! Who could stand against that? Cutting edge. Slice and dice. Eye boxes like this are few and far between. However, that's no great loss. Talking pictures from the off locked. It really is a different world underground. That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate activate the framework. Now hold. You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the mechamajut. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Nocco. Yuck! That there's a sludge gush field where the company used to suck sludge from the underground. Now it's all over. The planet keeps spinning and new days keep coming. See that e-waste? You could use that for sure.
Masammal monidasa, mina lagi manuru.
Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of Bon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride.
Taifanana numa, kamonu.
Nocco's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it.
Rumble na marsamau. Pendrine se nama.
She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe.
Kamonu.
You'll find Mito at Brightlight. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths.
Kala.
They're small airborne creatures with bright reflective wings and a conspicuous fluttering flight. Let's see. Could this thing steer itself? This place is called Brightlight. Mito lives close by. Let's see. With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it, and even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that. Says there's so much darkness to deal with. Rather than curse it, he makes lamps to fight it. You found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it? Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad. No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past bright lights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine? Says he can see that in the way you brighten everything up. So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad. They buy lots of his lamps. That's a tribe that believes in the bright things in the world. It's clear you do. Nothing shines as bright as being right. Says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days. There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So why not call him Me Too? He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right. Claims you both walk in different types of darkness, but you guide yourself by the same light. Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too. He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth, and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end. Glows with delight at your bright passion for the light. Imagine if you landed at the bottom of the mountains. Glittermoth Cave is right here. slow. Tapped hard. Another one bites the dust. As long as karma exists, the world changes, and we change with it.
That it?
That's enough glitter moths to make her plan work.
Kannamunta.
She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater. The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time. She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies mountains. So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the northwest root that's hidden beneath the surf. It reminds her of the gnotes and, like them, it's hoofed. They're just a lot bigger. Best part of a mount? No need to refuel. A motor juice station. Guess they filled up motos with go juice here. Made it count. Bang, bang. That hurt 'em. This thing needs new bound sorbers. That sealed the fate of the third World Eater. Just one more to go. Out of Date asked to see you again to congratulate you and let you in on the final phases of his plan. This is your chance to get his priorities aligned with yours. Do right by your tribe and the world at large. Just head back to the Ark. He seemed eager to see you again. Take a good look around you. Out of Date says there'll be consequences of the war, but there are more pressing matters at hand. The last World Eater has been left undisturbed with the tree while you focused on the war. He thought someone with your light perspective and key would have had different priorities and faced the World Eaters before resolving the tribe war. Regardless, Out of Date is grateful the tribe war is over. Out of Date understands the road has been rough, but you already know what's left to end this journey, and it'll be tough. You're the only one that's strong enough to face the last World Eater. The future depends on someone with a light perspective to give the world a chance to survive. Only time will tell what the future holds, and if it will bring a lasting peace for those that make it to the end. Out of Date says the word about what you've done so far is spreading. The tribes haven't lost hope yet. He appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's had urgent news from his friend Wiz in the northwest. He's unsure about your intentions, but hopes you'll support Wiz. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Wiz and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's hunch is real. The Merc Puff is up next. Out of Date says that Wiz is worried now that the Northwest World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Wiz is working on an undersurf vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done. Out of Date suggests that you should head northwest as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He's happy to help. He says you really need to go see Wiz as soon as possible. He guesses you're back for more. Says you should take it easy. Let's see.
Kodotoku.
She wonders if the rumors she's heard about you finding the Ark are true.
Sana Yotpa. It's intere.
Thinks that's impossible, of course, but she also knows you regularly make the impossible happen.
Andro, apli tonumuta. Dari?
With the world recovering, the Ark would be a wonderful way to see it, so much faster than even her favorite gnotes.
Inadabsunka?
Loves that you did your best to help the world rather than hurt it. You could have used much more of that, even before you returned.
Anora kapapum.
Any idea who might be joining you on your Arky journeys?
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open on the Ark should you want to offer it as a gesture of appreciation.
Why? You don't need anyone else but yourself and me, of course, but I'm a part of you, so that doesn't count.
If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go further...
But you know you can't go on without me, even if I'm bad company.
I think we can finally agree on something. It is better to be alone than in bad company. But best of all is being good company yourself.
Ferena masalapu.
Feels deeply honored that you'd want her to come with you. An Ark is no gnote, but she can't pass this up. She's coming aboard.
Monibasa.
Noko knows she's known for saying things over again.
Ganoruta.
Says the tree of life's health is that of the world.
Dere.
Understands completely.
Asadurutu.
Tells you not to worry about her. She'll go straight to the Ark once she's said goodbye to all her gnotes.
Kanamunt.
Noko knows she's known for saying things over again.
Urasadurut. Ferena masalapu. Andro?
Glad you're working with out of date. No one else knows how to fight the world eaters like him.
Taifanamenuma.
Says you should take it easy.
Drobalu.
Tells you not to worry about her. She'll go straight to the Ark once she's said.
Pialtuma.
Noko knows she's known for saying things.
Kialduma le canodo.
Says you should take care. There are things out there waiting for you. It suits you. Not really mainstream, but okay then. Old bric-bracs like that, sometimes still full of good things. Ah, some wood scrap. Always happy to find that. That's a good sign. Small's Mart is a favourite thingamajig broker. Let's see. Peddler is eager for you to have a look at the wares. Bagged that. That worked out. The vendor says got what you wanted. Shopkeep. A good deal all around. You'd never find snow or ice here. You've discovered Funaki leaves, the densest jungle in the land. Better get hacking. Just check that skronk out. Try to be friends with the beast. Oh, there's some plasti-plast up ahead. The Surge Surf Factory. Keep your eye out for Wiz while you... Let's see. Look at the notices on that board. No one paid much attention to them, it looks like. Wiz should... A surge surf factory was one of the cleaner ways to make power, until the surf turned into goo. The thicker the surf became with goo, the more the machinery clogged up and stopped working. Like most things from the bygone. There are sure to be more tracks around here, maybe by the shore. Wuz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days. Says it's good to see you again. He's Wiz. You might remember him from the old days when he let you try his octopod? Wiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. But Wiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get murkier the deeper you go, but says it helps to have friends with you to plumb those depths. It was a tragedy, but also sad that you chose to leave. It's a miracle you made it on the outside on your own. That land is harsh, they say. Wiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we are ready to face them again. He knows you've returned to face Lupa Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides. He's not surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever, but you've always been able to rise like a bubble to the surface, no matter what. He knows that though the tides of history may push you in one direction, you can always lay your own course. Ultimately, it's your choice. You were the one to be wronged and have lived with the consequences. He believes in consequence as it's a direct result of action.
Run, Dark, run!
Smarty, take it easy.
Easy! Now. No, it's time to go, go, go!
Well, it's time for you to go.
Wait, what? No!
Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you make the decisions that brought you here, or are you just a pawn of fate? Maybe that's true for you, but he's not so sure about his own fate. Amazed the world is going to continue on, but happy to hear it. Still so many things to invent. Impressed that you fought so hard to keep the world spinning. Thinks you were smart to join with the Myriad. They have a rainbow of ways to approach any problem. Says they're unified in the ways that matter. But that's not nearly as important as this. Wiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths. But there's something else down there too, gnawing at the tree of life. He's named it the Merc Puff. This is why he's tinker-tonkering with the octopod. But the lid got stuck, so he needs a big enough tug twister to open it up and let you a-go-in. He can't leave the surge station, so you must help him find a tug twister. There's a wound-up mecha fingro in the mecha stadium that still has one stuck on its back. Find it, and you'll find the tug twister. He found it stranded on a shore nearby and got Gizmo to help tow it here so they could get to work on it. Toxanol probably made it to go under surf and see the damage they've caused for themselves. Fate is funny that way, but it won't always make you laugh. Let's see. An old home could be something to it. Stay on top and you'll be fine. You found a brick rack that's not absolutely flat. Don't want to point a finger, but the Mecca Stadium is near here. Need a key. Bolted shut. Take this seriously, or it'll take you down. You need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it. That's it. The tug twister's loose. Let's hope it turned the grabbing hand into a helping hand, too. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. The stars never give enough light.
alam ka, Chabe.
He believed the tug twister would do the trick, but now realizes brute force won't do the trick. You need something slick.
Intonan ko terio, kaltenden rico iniameri.
Well, he means slick as in greasy, so you can lube the hinges of the lid. He can't argue against the fact your fur's shiny.
Jetem, alam ka, Chabe.
He says the lid should open if you sprinkle grease it. Problem is, he's all out.
Tavake meye, kaltenden rico iniameri.
He knows his old friend Choo Choo always keeps his grease sprinklers well filled. He should have an extra that you can borrow.
Tavake meye?
He stresses that you should come back as soon as you've retrieved the grease sprinkler. The merc puff is crunching bark by the minute.
Mai nan pantale bali kantafu.
It's big enough to make waves beneath the surface, and that's a challenge in itself. But it also has a hard shell, so you need to target its head. We're all heroes of our own stories, or so we hope. Well placed. Itchy trigger finger. That's the good stuff. If the mount didn't throw you, you're good. You've reached the end of the line. Bet you can find Choo-Choo here. See that rubber scrap? That'll add a bit of bounce for you. Yeah. The future is in your hands, so take care of it.
Pasatagonto pa.
Let's see. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. Sharp dressed. Should have gone for a bigger size. Looking sort of good. You make that work. Choo-Choo knew you would make it to him one day. All you had to do was follow the steel path. The rails might be getting rusty, but eventually they all converge on him. Claims rails are like rules. If you follow them the way you're supposed to, everything good in life can roll your way. Says you followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then, will you keep on the same track or look for a way to hit that switch? You seem like you're on the right track already. He just hopes you don't get sidetracked onto a darker path. Whichever way you go, he wants you to know that the rails never steer you wrong. Stick to them and they always bring you right to where you're meant to be. Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one track in life instead of another. If you could go back, would you switch tracks or keep chugging along the one you're on?
주조.
Thinks everyone has. No one's perfect every time.
그래 맡아서 봐. 말람.
Seems like the world came out of its rut and is chugging toward higher ground again.
다.
Can't thank you enough for hitting the brakes and working to turn the world chug around.
가마봐.
But let's not get derailed.
오도 삿포를 바깥.
Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out, but sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right station.
거의.
As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to, he's really happy to see you. He says his name is Choo Choo.
빠빠지지마. 주주좀.
He's been off track since the world started dying, but he's trained his mind to stay positive regardless of the situation.
빠빠지지마는 것도 말람.
Figures that's true, but they can get you close enough to most things for most reasons. You can stumble along from there.
가슴 어떠실까 봐. 마사다 건도 봐.
He's convinced the tracks are like the paths our lives take, and you must deal with the outcome, even if you didn't lay them yourself.
마사다 건도 봐.
This time, though, he was sidetracked and needs a new wing nut to get back on track.
마사다 건도 봐. 볼을 바깥 봐. 거시다 봐.
Wing nuts are easy to find, as they're fitted on any in-front chugger-chugger out there. The challenge is taking them off, so he's happy you're here to do it for him.
주조 거의.
Says there's nothing to it, just don't let the chugger chug you down.
Now you're getting into the dark groove.
That's not a groove, it's a rut.
And what's wrong with ruts? I love ruts.
Groove, rut, whatever, you can still escape it.
Escape it? No way. Enjoy it.
This mount has quite a bounce to it. That's a putty-upper plaza. Some were actually trying to build something before it all started to end. Dead on. Goodbye. Great shot. All fired up. What you do here matters to you and the world. Glad to see some wood scrap there. The Wingnut Chug Tunnel. It goes on forever. Hard to tell how deep down you are. Hey, nice shot. Yuck! Biohazard. Sickening. Keep focused on what you can do today. Tomorrow's already gone.